Alright, I'm back. Alright, so this guy right here, the Monstera that I got, I believe around the end of fall or beginning of fall. And you can see my hand is about the size of this new leaf that's popping out. So this is going to be a big boy. My hands, I don't have the biggest hand, but you know, my hand's pretty large. So that light leaf right there is starting to look like one of Planarina's leaves. If you haven't saw her channel, she does an excellent job with the best plants that I've ever saw. Folks, check her page out, Planarina. She has a lot of different ideas, decor. She moves her plants around in low lighting, medium lighting. She is like a wealth of information. Check her page out. I'm always complimenting her on her Instagram page because she does her pictures and her videos, they help me out. Actually, I need to put this guy because I have a sphagnum pole, but I saw she had like a log, almost like a shepherd's stick, attached to a flat centerpiece of a tree that you could see the radials of, but she screwed the flat piece to the log that went straight up and used it as a climbing pole for a pothos. But I want to do one with this guy because you can see the roots are pretty much, I don't know, it's trying to grab something, and this one's trying to grab, and then it's kind of heavy up top here, so I'm trying to make sure the weight is on the sphagnum pole, but I think it's going to take that over because these roots are pretty strong. They're almost, I don't know if it'll actually break, and then because actually I can cut here and make this a whole nother plant, but I kind of want it to get larger and larger, so I don't want to do that. So I'm going to keep it as is and try to see what happens. But this guy is getting huge. This is a mother plant from the two other ones that I have. And it is growing very rapidly, and we're approaching the growing season. Who else do we got to make sure we look out for? Let me show you the Marlafi. This is the Aloe Marlafi, and I was looking at it. I did get a new shoot here, and you can actually see it needs water badly. And but you can see the light coloration because it's turning red when it gets a lot of light. So it's definitely getting enough light, but it definitely needs some watering, and we're going to make sure that happens now. But this guy is pretty cool. It's actually, I'm not going to see I'm going to see how it shapes out, but the leaves are supposed to fold in like that. But it's a nice looking textural aloe, different from your aloe veras. And I'm not going to keep you guys so long, but this is my monkey's tail cactus, and I think if you see, it's growing roots from the outside. So you can see there's a root there, and it's got like a little funkiness going on right there. I don't know why it looks like it got kind of cut up the front, but Alright, I'm back here to give you an update on the collection and the progress from what I would say a year's worth of care. So, well, not even a year. This plant I did get either on my birthday or, but I know where I got it from. Thank you, babe. I appreciate it. But I got this from Logi's, I believe it is. I did a video. I'll put a description or a link. I'm still trying to figure out this all, but I'll put a link up there to that video. Now this guy is pretty large. I repotted it. I gave it this nice planter here with drainage hole. The only thing is, like, I do notice it's bending and it's leaning, so I would hate for it to break or snap, because I'm not sure of how it looks in nature. I don't know if it's stretching or not because it's a hybrid, but it's angel wing begonia. But I am getting some burnings on the leaves. I get crispy. I just actually came back from vacation and I noticed these leaves are burning, but the plant's pretty sturdy, but I think I need to prop it up with something to stabilize it so it doesn't break. But the growth rate is healthy. I just don't want it to break because this thing is getting longer, as you see here, and this little pole, which I kind of was trying to hold the thing up with, got this thing out of there. But I know the pot was kind of small for it, and I noticed it was growing. But this is now the angel wing begonia that I just got a few months ago, and it's, I can only imagine like what's it going to look like in a year. And this is now the growing season. We're still in May, and we haven't hit June yet, and this guy is busting out leaves left and right, which is cool. So that's update with that angel wing. What else do I got? The Billy Thai. So I told you I'd keep you updated with the Billy Thai. That new shoot that's in the middle that I had showing in the previous video about 2 or 3 weeks ago has now started a shoot that's another leaf that's going to pop out the middle. So it's popping out more and more leaves. Still got the broken leaf over here from shipping. I could take it off, it wouldn't hurt the plant. It'll just be like aesthetics, but I just want to keep it as is because it's still, seems like some of it's probably still sending energy to the root system. So I said, let me just leave it alone because I don't want to do anything to it because it's all in another country in a whole other continent. So we're just going to keep an eye on it. And I think I see aphids. Yeah, look at that. That's aphids right there. Good thing I caught that. There's quite a few aphids actually. Can't have that. They're having a good old time. Look at that. I'm gonna let you check them out because that's how you know plants. You gotta watch your plants because if you don't catch stuff at an early stage, things will take over. But let me see if we can get a good. I don't know if you can see the aphids on the Billy Thai. This thing was too expensive to let go. I don't know if you guys can see that. They're like crawling. They're so small. I don't know. Well, they're there. I see them. So they gotta die. So I guess that's what this thing is prone to, aphids. I've had aphids before. Oh, they're all in the leaf. So what aphids do is they suck on suck the sugars out of a plant. The sugars that a plant is going to need. Sorry, this is all raw footage here. We might as well be live and direct with you guys. This is like a vlog. We're vlogging here. So, yeah, aphids are like a pest that sucks sugars out of a plant that the plant obviously needs because it produces it and causes damage to it. So you don't want them around. I'm going to probably use neem oil on this because this is a plant that I have to keep alive. I have bad news, very, very bad news. My pastazanum got root rot. Yeah, it got root rot, and I'm just ignoring because I mean, let me get the pastazanum. Do you see it anywhere? So yeah, it got root rot because I was touching on the leaf. I was actually taking pictures of it on Instagram. I took a couple pictures. Go check it out. Took up pictures, and then I did something like it was looking green when I took the pictures, and then maybe like a week or two ago, which to be real with you, like the long story short, I may most likely overwatered it because root rot is because the plant is just getting in too much moisture, and I have it in a plastic container because I was like, man, maybe this thing needs a lot of water because it gets so big. So man, let me just make sure I just give it something that's not too decorative. I didn't go for the look, but I wanted it to survive, so that's what I did. I put it in the plastic container. And then when I was grabbing the leaf, I said, whoa, it kind of shrunk and didn't have any force or any type of strength to it. And then I squeezed it, and then then I noticed it just was pulling out. And I just said, you know what, root rot. So I'm letting everything go, just seeing if something happens. This is like the second fatality of a plant from Thailand that I have got to know for a short time and didn't last after that. That's the second one. So we're not going to dwell on that. We're just going to basically learn from this, because this is not a mistake, it's an actual learning experience. So I'm not upset, even though I should be upset. I just know what to do next time when I do get another one. But yeah, I don't know if anything's going to pop back out of this, but if it does, I'll let you know. I'm just going to keep it around just for hopes. But since Rocky didn't make it, but we now have another constellation with 1, 2, 3 leaves. We're doing okay. So I'm and you know, the crowd, the collection is still doing okay. We're going to have some fallen soldiers every now and then, but and I got another palea actually about to sprout another pup. The paleas, strip it. We got these two pretty little unique looking things here. can't forget I gotta take care of that aphid problem on the Billy Thai ASAP. But that's these two here. And then this guy here, which is pretty cool. I have it in a glass container, which I am making sure I don't cause root rot. But it already happened. But we're gonna be all right. And not trying to fake a funk. This is another Billy Thai. Another Pilea peperomia from the cuttings that I water propagated, and then waited to see if roots would start to develop, which they did, and I just placed them in dirt in these little terracotta pots, and we got 4, 5, I think 6, 7 somewhere, and another one about to come out. That's why I'm really backing off of buying plants, because the plants are starting to grow in number and in size. So unless I get one, like I'm really going to get the escargot begonia, and I really wanted the constellation, but the next plant that I am trying to get is an escargot begonia. I've been looking on Facebook and other sites, but it seems to not be around. My Rex begonia, which I'm just watering now. Actually, it's already watered. This is the Rex begonia. So if you didn't watch my other videos, this is a begonia that I got for, I believe, $1, and made a quick come up. It's kind of unique in the back. You could tell it's always shooting at one side, but the Rex begonia is doing great. It was flowering. I didn't know if it was seeding or not. I was trying to cross-pollinate it by like touching with I didn't have a bee, because if you ever did those science projects, they make you kill a bee, and then you glue it to a toothpick or something like that, and then that's how you cross-pollinate those plants that you grow in science class. I think it was like around 6th or 7th grade. I don't know if you guys ever did that, but I didn't want to kill a bee, because with everything going on with the chemicals that they're spraying, I didn't want to do that. So I just tried to use like a paper towel, and I used a Q-tip. That's what I did. I used a Q-tip and tried to do it, but I didn't get any seeds. But it was definitely growing a lot of flowers. Actually, it did seed. No, I don't think that's a seed. But yeah, this is the Rex begonia update. I'm going a little faster because I know I'm running out of time. Who else should I show you? Everybody's moving. I'm actually going to take you with me and just show you the plants that I have. I took a lot of plants outside. I actually took pictures of that on Instagram. Guys, check out my Instagram page. It's got a lot of pictures on there. Most of the cactuses, they're outside. The agaves, they're outside. I have 1, 2, 4, 7 in the house, but there's majority of them are outside right now because we got great weather. It's like going up to like 80, 86 in the spring. They're in a shaded south facing area where sun gets them at, I would say, 12 to 8 o'clock, but it's shaded by some foliage in the front that's native to the outdoors, so I left it outside. Let me show you and I also took the Epirimum pothos that I got from Puerto Rico and the desert rose that I got from Puerto Rico. I'll show you that. And this is this guy. He wasn't doing too good for, it was having a lot of leaf drop there. I mean, just, I guess the change from this time zones. Probably took a little toll on it, but it actually did survive. And we got this going. No roses, no flowers yet, but I just like the structure of it. It just looks like a cool design piece for a nice setting with this copper pot. Real nice piece. My Zebrina alocasia. I'm like losing sunlight, but it's doing pretty well. It's getting real big. Tips on the leaves, they're still greening, so it's getting a lot of sun. This doesn't actually have drainage. I'm usually on point with root rot. Oh God. And I just got back. Like I said, this is why you have to inspect plants, because on the bottom you can see, what is that? What is that, class? I'm sick too. I don't feel too good, but mealy bugs all in. Look at them, just zapping away. So we got aphids and we got mealy bugs on the Sabrina. So I'm gonna put you on over here. That's how you catch the bugs on your plants. You just gotta actually look at them and spend some time, because there's like one aphid, as you saw, on the plant, and if it's hiding under it and you're just watering it, looking at it from afar, you're not going to know, and then those numbers start to increase on the plant, and then it's just bye-bye plant. So actually we got to do a thorough inspection of all the plants, and you're going to come with me for that ride. Next we got the Song of India. I think you can see there's new shoots coming off. I see these in a lot of hotels, indoor casinos. You guys, if you've been to a casino or a hotel, you've probably seen this plant, because they grow. Well, they do like light lighting, but you can see them in not a too dark spot. But if, like, say if a mall or anything has a, and I'm just dusting the leaves because they're dusty. If you see a mall with a skylight, they're most likely under the skylight, or in a hotel with a skylight, they're most likely under a skylight. They're good air cleaners. I don't see anything on them, which is good so far. I gotta go through the whole crew. This is the upstairs crew, there's a downstairs crew, then there's an outside crew. So we got a whole lot of plants in the area. I'm sure you do too. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying there's plants everywhere. But yeah, I like to keep plants in everyone's room that stays with me, just so they can get the freshest quality air possible. And this is one of the pothos are in every room, except in mine, because I got a couple other plants in there doing the job. But Song of India is real good with air purification. It's one of those top plants, not like a pothos, but it's like the top on the list. You can see how dusty it gets. So if you get one, you gotta spend some time and try to get each leaf individually, get that air movement. I don't know if you see, I got fans going now. So that's pretty much everybody for right now. The plant haul, like I said, I wouldn't have known about those aphids. I've been looking at the Zebrina from above, and then you can see the tiger stripe, but I pick it up to water it sometimes, but actually I just pour the water on the top of the plant. It doesn't have a drainage hole, but if I wouldn't have did this video tour, Probably wouldn't have known about the aphids unless I saw them like crawling down. That's the second time that plant has had mealybugs. So I don't know if it's lacking anything. I didn't want to feed it yet, but I think I'm going to start to feed it and make sure I don't stress it out too much. So I'll give it like a 2-2-2 mix or 1-2-2 mix and see and try to see why it's having mealybugs. Because like I said, it's the second time that plant has had mealybugs, and I've gotten rid of it pretty fast. But if you have any other questions, or if you like the plants, leave me a like, and don't forget to subscribe and keep watching, and also keep growing.